We nearly have our 2024 LEC team rosters. So I'm going to be talking about the top 10 teams and list them in order on where I believe they will finish and the potential roster changes that come along with it. So at 10th place I predict SK Gaming. One of the reasons why is because their top lane and jungle is one of the weakest in the LEC. They did massively upgrade their mid laner, however I do think Niski may be riding out this winter split for him to join a different team in the winter and summer split. In 9th place I have Mad Lions. Lo siento mis amigos. I'm sorry my Spanish friends. No me gusta hablar en español porque mis hablar soy inglés. I probably butchered that, but I can only speak English, so I think a rookie talented group like this is going to be a difficult feat to produce, and I do think that if this team finished anywhere near the top 3, they have overachieved, and if they do go to Worlds, then hey, let's just bring up the LFL, ERL, La Liga stuff, teams. I don't know what each team is called in the ERL system, so I'm just going to call it La Liga. Hopefully we just bring those talents in because, you know, we've got veterans that are getting worse and worse, so, you know, just bring the new blood. And in 8th place, I have BDS, and many of you may be wondering why I placed BDS 8th. One of the main reasons why is because Cranny was one of the most important shot callers on that team, and having him replaced has such a big burden on that team. And I don't think that team is going to perform well if they don't play through Adam. If they can't play through Adam, then this team is going to be a big problem. So I've put them at 8th. And in 7th, it was between BDS and Excel, but in 7th, I think they've improved the support with Ignar, but they've taken a big gamble on the mid laner because Abadage was such a crucial member for Excel last year, so I have them in 7th. For 6th place, I've put a brilliant limited budget roster, and Shigenda Markun Larsen comp is a really solid LEC middle of the pack team, and I do think they can have a higher ceiling. Maybe they can finish 3rd, 4th, but yeah, that's a good team. That's one to watch, and I think that's a dark horse in the most unexpected teams to do well. So in 5th place, I actually have Fnatic. One of the most shocking changes that I saw, and I didn't see it coming, was the support position. I didn't think Trimby would be replaced, and I'm still surprised that Razok and Humanoid are still playing with each other. But that is an interesting team. Having another Korean import, we will see how that finishes. They had a good, okay Worlds run. They beat Cloud9, but end of the day, really need to beat the Eastern team. So yeah, for that, 5th place is a fair assessment. They might finish 3rd, 4th. So that's going to be interesting. For 4th place, I might have overestimated K-Corp, but I'm just hoping for a jungle meta with a carry jungle meta. Then I think K-Corp will easily finish 4th. It's still a gamble with Kabashard and Saiken coming up from the LFL, but I think this team has a stable bot lane, and if a jungle has a carry meta, then that will give Kabashard so much freedom to play his game. I put Vitality 3rd place. One of the main reasons why is because I'm heard that Douglas is a really good ERL talent, and Photon was one of the best LEC top laners we had last year. Unfortunately, towards the end of the split, it went downhill, but he was still the most standout player. We had Vethio, Kazi, Hillasang, so this can go either really good or really bad. I can see these guys inting the hell out of each other. But this team has great up potential. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. This team could finish 7th, 5th, 6th, 4th, 3rd, but I don't really see them challenging G2 or Heretics. But yeah, that's Vitality. Second place, I think the main contender to G2 will be Heretics, purely because of the synergy of the players that they have in hand. Wanda, Jankos, Perks have played in 2018, 2019, 2020. Jankos and Flackett in 2021, I believe. Late 2021 and 2022. I think. I'm not sure. And yeah, I think that team has a really stable bot lane. And how that team plays, I think, is going to be very interesting indeed. And still, my clear favourite for the LEC for all 3 titles, winter, spring, summer, will be G2. They did beat Weibo, they did beat Dom1, but they lost to NRG, LG. But I still think this team can improve. And we're just looking, as a fan, of spectative. I can't even say the word. As a fan of G2, I just want them to do well in Worlds. And if they can't do that, if they can't make quarterfinals at least, then I do think that changes are needed either in ADC, jungle and top. Whether they import some really high level jungler next year, we'll find out if Yike can improve this year. And that's my top 10 teams for the LEC 2024.